of Agile Estimation. Today we are going to understand why do we estimate, when is estimation useful, and how teams actually estimate. But before we start anything, please remember that every model can be misused. Every model can be actually proved wrong. There are three types of estimates: estimates of work, estimates of value, and estimates of time. For our discussion, let's consider estimate of work, which is a relative extent or measure of something, and estimate of time. We can actually absolutely build products without estimates. Estimates are not really necessary. However, like planning is useful than just plans, the process of estimation is also useful but may not be just the estimate. We need estimates for forecasting, which will help us answer the question, when will things be done? For example, if I want to go from Bangalore to Chennai, I want to know how far is it from Bangalore so that I can figure out approximately how much time it would take for me to reach Chennai and how much it would cost me. However, when I actually travel, the actual time might depend upon the weather conditions, the traffic conditions, etc. However, the initial estimates would definitely help me in planning. Estimates are possible and useful in obvious product contexts where there is an absolute clarity of requirements and solution. However, the estimates may not be useful and to some extent impossible in complex product contexts because in complex domain, the problem to be solved itself is unknown. Forget about the solution. However, the process of estimation can actually help you understand the problem statement very well. When we talk about estimation, there are two parts to it. One, sizing the problem, and two, forecasting the time it takes to solve the problem. For example, the distance from Bangalore to Chennai in terms of kilometers is sizing of the problem statement or job to be done, which actually remains same irrespective of the solution. The solution here could be taking a cab or taking a flight, going by a train, or even driving a car on your own. The time we take over here varies depends upon the solution that we take along with the context in which the solution is provided, like weather conditions, traffic conditions, etc. Similarly, if we talk about a software, let's say we have to build a feature to enable two people to chat. That's a problem to be solved, or a functionality to be built, or a job to be done, which will actually remain same irrespective of who really works on it. How much time it would take for us to code it, test it, deploy it, etc. It actually varies from person to person, the technical stack used, etc. What would be useful in complex domain is sizing of the problem. Trying to size a problem can actually uncover the problem itself and help the development team get more clarity on the problem statement. So how do you size a problem statement? People use measures such as use case points, story points, function points, etc. to size a problem statement. But are there any other ways to uncover problem other than estimation? Yes, we use hackathons, group prototyping, wireframes, etc. and we will share this in upcoming episodes. Today, let us understand how the teams use story points and the context in which they are useful. A story point is a relative unit of measure of functionality or a job or a problem to be solved. Let's say like kilometers are used for measuring distance, or like cubic feet is used for measuring the size of the room. It does not indicate time. A story point is an indicator of the team's understanding of uncertainty, complexity, and amount of work that is involved in building a feature. What is uncertainty? Uncertainty is how much does the team understand about the problem. What is complexity? Complexity is how much does the team understand how to solve the problem. What is amount of work? Amount of work is what are the different functions of the problem to be solved. Teams generally use story point estimation game or planning poker to estimate product backlog items. Story points or planning poker are not prescribed by Scrum. However, if teams use story points for sizing product backlog items, they generally do it in product backlog refinement. We will discuss how teams assign story points in the next episodes. As we discussed earlier, sizing of work is different from estimation of time. Story points indicate the size, like distance, whereas hours indicate the time it takes you to cover the distance between the 2 points. Think about it. You have been traveling between your home and workplace and vice versa for so many years. Can you convert 100 meters is equal to X minutes? No, right? Because while the distance remains the same, the time it takes to travel between these distances might vary upon traffic conditions, weather conditions, maybe even your mood. So story points are like kilometers that help you measure the distance, which kind of indicates your problem statement, unlike hours, which talks about time, which is focused on the solution. So the answer is no, it does not really make sense to convert story points to time. Let us take an example. How far is Chennai from Bangalore? Let's say it's 350 kilometers. If someone says it is 500 kilometers and you make your plan according to that, do you think you would be impacted much? Of course, yes, because it is 150 kilometers off. However, if someone says it is 380 kilometers or 390 kilometers, do you think you would be impacted much? No, because when the distance is larger, you don't need precision but accuracy. Similarly, let's say you take 2 points. The distance between these 2 points is 5 kilometers. But if someone says it is 3 kilometers and you plan your travel according to that, you would be impacted much. Because when the distance is shorter, you don't only need accuracy but precision as well. So why Fibonacci series? Just like we discussed, as distance grows, uncertainty grows as well. Fibonacci series actually takes care of this growing uncertainty with its size. If you look at the smaller numbers in the Fibonacci series, there is a wide range of numbers to choose from, like 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. However, as the numbers become larger, you have a limited range like 34, 55, 89, so on and so forth. So whether it is 56, 66, 76 or 86, you actually choose either from 55 or 89. That actually eliminates the fight for precision.